KZM Ugbodaga, former United States ambassador to Nigeria, Walter Carrington says Nigeria must diversify its source of export earnings rather than relying on crude oil earnings alone if it must achieve growth. He said falling oil prices in 2016 underscored the necessity for oil revenue-dependent economies, like Nigeria's, to diversify their sources of export earnings. If the signs that oil prices may recover prove to be accurate, it is incumbent upon countries like Nigeria to direct more of that revenue to growth-enhancing sectors like agriculture, energy, and infrastructure, Carrington said while delivering a lecture titled, Nigeria and Africa in a Changing World, organized by the Lagos State Office of Overseas Affairs and Investment. It was held alongside the public presentation of a book, Defend the Defenseless, published by Drive. Arise Carrington. At the lecture held at the Civic Center, Victoria Island, Lagos, southwest Nigeria, Carrington lamented that Nigeria continued to be frozen out of membership in confederations of nations which were thought to be the most important in the world. Although its economy is the 20th largest in the world and is expected by 2050 to rise to number 9, it has not been invited to membership in the G20, which claims to represent the world's most advanced economies. Nigeria is not regarded as influential enough internationally or regionally to be included in the company of Argentina, Australia, Brazil, Canada, China, France, Germany, India, Indonesia, Italy, Japan, South Korea, Mexico, Russia, Saudi Arabia, South Africa, Turkey, the United Kingdom and the United States. South Africa, whose economy is smaller and is not expected to grow as dramatically as Nigeria's, is however, a member. I continue to wonder whether the continuing domination of South Africa's economy by her white minority gives Western countries a comfort level that they do not feel when dealing with black-controlled economies in the rest of Africa. Some 15 years ago, 4 of the world's major emerging economies, Brazil, Russia, India, and China, came together in a group that became known by the acronym BRIC. In 2010, seeking an African member, they chose South Africa, which became the S in the newly named BRICS. I look forward to the day when Nigeria becomes the N in a renamed group of 6 which will be known as the BRINCS. As we shall see, Nigeria has a more rosy outlook for the future among economists than it has ever had before. Why then is it still an understudy on the world stage? Why is it when the G8 group of highly industrialized countries or other gatherings of the world's most powerful nations occur, it has been more often to Johannesburg that they first call than to Abuja, on those all too rare times when they seek an African perspective at all? There may, however, according to the 2017 United Nations Economic Report on Africa, be some realistic hope for optimism that Nigeria's day is, at last, believed to be coming, he explained. According to Carrington, as goes Nigeria so goes West Africa. Last year was a disappointing one.